We egg is a.
You enter my auto. So when I carry it to the men, say carry to the men. When you give it to the men, then you come back to the car.
So they fully make you now. Carry that so you can go convince your friend.
Yeah. When I give it to the men, the men say thank you. I say okay. The men say, oh, where you going now? I say, oh, I'm going right car. So one of my friends called me.
Yeah, the same man going to now.
Yeah, the same man.
The man say one for you to go steal.
No, yeah. So when I go to the man, he say clean the car. Then there are two now. In a G. Then there are two.
Big Jibo.
Yeah. Black BG. Photo G. Yeah. So when I clean the car now.
Air condition all inside.
No. Papa, you can't wait for me to spin now. I'll leave the water now. You can judge people.
I'm just asking you a question, sorry.
You can judge people like you come here.
No, I'm a journalist. I beg you, sorry.
The way you talk in the question, you say when I move from here, I'll free. You say when I move from here, I'll free. If you say one talk again, I wanted to mean who talk clear to you, but you double in the question. Hi, land looking, hi, looking, then you want force and no more word there again. Why not be looking to the top? I'm not going to again. And said they call me to the office of OSP.
I think he's paying to me, they come look at you say you carry tea to the man. After you carry tea to the man, and you come now. So what next now?
For me, I'll not fair.
Nobody, you getting very, you say, asking too much question. Hey, there's me things, say, make your egg and bread.
Okay, this is a two-faced issue.
This is a critical issue in this country, and we must stand up and speak the truth. Because for you to use the fact that prior to printing, it means you already tell me print. But before you print, come up to me. There is nothing in our paragraph that indicated that money should be printed.
The essence of this exercise, the essence of this exercise is to know the facts. Everybody will have the opportunity to ask questions if you so desire.
Good afternoon and a pleasant welcome to Freedom Hub on 87.9. This is the official voice of Freedom Communications Incorporated. My name is Khan Oliver Kine. I'm here today on this wonderful Thursday afternoon in the nation's capital, Monrovia. With too many issues making the news in our country. When you are a pastor, don't go smoke opium in the ghetto. I repeat, if you claim to be a clergyman, when you are an imam, don't go blow weed in the ghetto. when you are a prelate, don't go, visiting the Watapoli camps. And this is the situation with, the one who is preaching equity in the country. Somebody is preaching equity in the country. The case with one of the CEOs in the Republic of Liberia, Egbagbe. Yes, there is serious conversation right now in country. The selling of fake licenses to medical, or better still, fake medical practitioners is a crime all across the world. And the United States of America didn't take that, for joke. The United States of America didn't take the selling of fake medical licenses for joke. In this situation, 25 individuals are being listed and they are being indicted. They're going to be arrested for getting involved in selling fake credentials, fake medical credentials, somewhere around $15,000 per a credential to individuals who are currently practicing in the U.S. Medical sector. Sadly for Liberia, amongst the 25 individuals of interest, Liberia's own Stanton Witherspoon. The folks say his name is Stanton Witherspoon. Liberia's own Stanton Witherspoon is a part of those individuals who are selling fake medical credentials to people across the world, and they didn't see anywhere to go do it. They choose to do that in the United States. It will not give you details of this story there. I'm not from Plebo. Too many things. Liberia is becoming an interesting country. The man who spoke tough against the president a few days ago. And by the way, he was very clear when he asked the president to focus on the health sector of our country. If I don't play that Stanton voice, then I must say I'm not from Plebo. The man was clear. He told the president, Mr. President, stop focusing on your personal self. Stop focusing on too many personal issues. It is time, in his own words, that you focus on the bread and butter. He didn't say bread and butter issues. He said focus on the bread and butter of the Liberian people. That is what he said. I'm quoting him directly. The man asked the president to focus on the bread and butter of the Liberian people. Yeah, I think he meant to say the president should focus on the bread and butter issues of the Liberian people. But Stanton Witherspoon is being caught by the U.S. government. Oh yes, the federal government of the United States of America. The guys were able to catch our man Stanton Witherspoon. The Spoon Evans CEO, man, who he said on here, really, man, that cost everybody in the country. A few days ago, the man put more on the president, yeah, the president living with him. Talking to the president like he's a saint. You put him on the president, just say, jet for heaven. Saying things about the president, just say, they just ordain him on the pulpit. And that is the reason why I'm saying to you, when you are a pastor, don't go to ghettos to smoke weed. When you are a pastor, don't go to the Watapoli camp to go and get Watapoli. That is the moral license of the day. Too many things happening in the Republic of Liberia, and of course we will have you, updated with the latest news in country. Today, as we've promised on yesterday, we're going to be speaking with Mr. Moses Carter. Moses Carter is the head of communications there at the Liberia National Police. Carter will tell us more about the status of the case involving the arrest of several army nations. Yes, the BBC will say army nations that were arrested at the free port of Monrovia. A couple of days ago, Carter was telling us exactly whether there are arrests made, whether we have individuals of interest who have been traced, whether there is some collaboration with the United States of America, where those consignments came from as it relates to apprehending the perpetrators. Too many of the information you need to know about the discovered weapons will come alive when I place a call to Moses Carter. And so if you are around Moses Carter, the spokesperson of the Liberian National Police, you need to let Moses Carter know that any moment from now I'm going to be placing call to him so that the over 1.2 million Liberians listening to Freedom Radio right now will have the chance to listen and get updated as to the status of this identical, situation. This is the country, the country we love so much. Oh yes, we're gonna be taking a few bars of our theme song when we come back. When we return, we're gonna be having words from our sponsor, our official and only sponsor at the moment, Crime Stoppers Liberia. And subsequently, we're gonna be flying to Nima County and be playing a song from is it from Professor Jones Dopo? I'm told he's not well. Speedy recovery, pops. We're gonna be playing a song called Sweet Sweet Cassava Leaf. Enough for good and long. We take a few bars of our song now to return.
Hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we have seen in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Simon.
Sweet kids, how I live. Never go along. You take it from today to day, Paul will take it from you tomorrow, mama. Sweet, living is below, where the rich are poor. Why not pray for long fellow? They can pray for long life. As long as they live, the better we grow. How are you, Pharaoh? It can make you heavy. It's just like a brook, it's way to capsize. Sweet kids, our live. Not for go along. You might be getting it, or a picture can eat it. Kids, our live. Kids, our live. Oh, sweet kids, our live. Not for go along. You take it from me there today, or Bob will take it from you tomorrow.
Okay. Professor Jones Dopo, you take it from Peter, Paul will take it for you tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
When the American government issued a statement recently Nearly our man. Stanton Witherspoon. You could see the last hit in the man job boom. You could see it showing on Spoon Talk. And the man was delivering, some sermon of the saints. I repeat, sermon of the saints. Appearing to be the cleanest man in the country. We hope this is not true. We hope the Americans made a mistake to have included his name in this whole investigation. Popo Ulio, that's what the group of people would say when there is trouble. Popo Uli. Enjoy Professor Jones Dopo. We are told he's not well. I just hope there will be some philanthropist who will reach out to the professor in helping him, to recover. Let's establish contact with Moses Carter of the Liberian National Police to give us sufficient information as to what is the status of the arms and ammunition that were arrested by the Liberian National Police a couple of days ago. So when we do that, when we are done with that conversation, we will bring you exactly what we know about the Stanton Witherspoon situation in the United States of America. And by the way, he's there in Burlington County, New Jersey. Oh yeah, that is where my man Moses Dennis is living. I was at Moses Dennis' residence in the same Burlington County. We ate pepper soup, dry rice. Did I say that pepper soup, dry rice? Oh, we have pepper soup, rice and red oil. We're gonna be establishing a link with Moses Carter. To be right back.
Tomorrow. It's just like a book, a way to capsize. Sweet, kids our liver. Not for go along. You want big and eat it, or a picture can eat it. Kids our liver, sweet kids our liver. Not for go along.
Okay, all right, so welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. On the line, we have with us Mr. Moses Carter. He's the head of communications there at the Liberian National Police. Mr. Carter, welcome to Freedom Hub. Good afternoon.
Thank you so much, Oliver Kine. It's a pleasure joining you this afternoon on your presentation. Thank you very much.
Mr. Carter, we're honored to have you once again. Liberians across the 15 sub-political divisions of our country are concerned when your institution announced that you've arrested several arms and ammunitions, at the port of Monrovia, and since then they are concerned as to the status of that investigation. You want to bring us up to speed with what's going on?
We have continuously provided updates to the public about the status of the ongoing investigation with the arms and ammunition that were brought to the country by Benjamin Boy Baker.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, when we carry out the search operation at the free port of Monrovia, we had a press conference that the Inspector General presented. And after that, we also carry out another search and seizure operation again at the Freeport. We also went at the home of Benjamin Boy Baker in Brewerville, where additional arms and ammunitions were picked up. And all of these arms and ammunitions, it's interesting to note, are high-grade military weapons. And some of those weapons are weapons that many Liberians have not seen with their naked eyes, except that they saw them on television, especially during, those war movies that we watch. However, those were the arms and ammunitions that were brought to the country by Benjamin Boy Baker. And so, as to the question of those arrested, I'm sure a lot of persons want to know what is the status of those arrested in connection to the discovery of the arms and ammunition. We arrested one Barbara Diba. Barbara Diba happens to be the friend of Benjamin Boy Baker in Liberia. And so, according to Barbara's account, Benjamin Boy Baker had called her and informed her to pick up some boxes that were brought to the country by one Sam Kamara, who is the owner of the container that was shipped to Liberia.
Okay.
And so Barbara prior to even going to pick up the boxes, did not know that heavy intelligence, was behind, the container and the boxes that were in the container. So when we received the intelligence, and I'd like to say thanks to the U.S. government and other partners who helped us with, ensuring that our intelligence led us to the Freeport of Monrovia for this this discovery. And so Barbara Diba was picked up immediately from her Oro residence and brought to the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. And also the custom broker, Mevina Pine, was also brought here for investigation. Mm-hmm. And then when we went to the home of Benjamin Boyd Baker in Brewerville, we also brought in one Ezekiel Tamba, who was falling in the ceiling when the search and seizure operation was being done at the home of Benjamin Boyd Baker in Brewerville. Okay. So these individuals were brought here and they have been temporarily released while the investigation continues. Ezekiel Tamba is said, according to him, indicated to our investigator that he's a home help, person that was, providing some home services at the home of Boyd Baker in Brewerville. Okay. And Mevina Pine, like I said, is said to be the custom broker of Sam Kamara that is in the U.S., the owner of the container that was brought to Liberia. And so these persons have been temporarily released because, Oliver, we have 48 hours to keep anyone in our custody. And if for any reason culpability is not established in that 48 hours, we have to release said person or persons while the investigation establishes culpability or the investigation continues. So as I speak to you, diplomatic arrangements are ongoing, or you may say negotiations are ongoing, because Benjamin Boyd Baker is not resident. In other words, he doesn't live in Liberia. Mm-hmm. He's not a permanent resident of Liberia. Mm-hmm. He's a permanent resident of the United States of America, specifically Texas. Mm-hmm. And so, and he is the main, person that shipped the container, not the container, but the boxes containing arms and ammunition to Liberia. So to have him prosecuted or to have him answer the questions, it requires diplomatic engagement. And that is the process that is underway. So if anyone thinks that this is going to be swept under the carpet and this is not going to reach a logical conclusion, you are going to be making a sad mistake, or let me say you are making a sad mistake. We are going to make sure that this investigation reaches a logical conclusion. No matter how long it takes, we are definitely going to get to the bottom of it. We are interested in knowing from Mr. Boyd Baker, what is the intent of bringing into the country these high-grade military weapons? Were these weapons brought as a result of self-protection, or were they brought for some other reasons? These are questions that we actually hope to establish when we interrogate Boyd Baker. Like I said, efforts are on the way for that to happen.
They according to you from your intro, the U.S. government assisted in providing some intelligence to your foes. Now, our concern is, why is it taking this long, to get Boyd Baker, sent back to Liberia to be tried?
Well, also you have to look at the international treaties as it relates to other extradition, between the U.S. government and Liberia. And if there is no provision for extradition, what are the available, possibilities of having Boyd Baker, facing, investigation? Like I said, all of these are being done diplomatically.
Okay, so you are already in the midst of the hierarchies of the LMP, and you may have several information relative to the diplomatic arrangement you guys are having now. You want to give us, an approximately when are we expected to have this case actually, on the way in terms of having Boyd Baker here? So you want to give us some timeline?
I am not in the diplomatic, ranks. So I am not close with the authority to disclose to you any diplomatic feedbacks. Okay. What I can assure you is diplomatic arrangements are being made, And at the conclusion of those diplomatic arrangements, at the appropriate time, we will inform members of the public.
You spoke of releasing some of the individuals in Liberia. You spoke of releasing them because you cannot keep them for more than 48 hours now. Are there measures in place to ensure that they would not run away? I can remember there was a time the immigration had to temporarily release Mr. Henry Costa, and in no time he escaped via Sierra Leone. What do you have in place as measure, or better still, do you have control over the situation so that those who are on temporary release will not escape our borders?
These persons that have been temporarily released are under heavy security surveillance.
Okay.
And I can assure you that none of them can escape from the country.
Mr. Carter, in 5 minutes, do we have any other official update from the Liberian National Police? We are told that there were some arrests made in Western Liberia relative to some alleged ritualistic killing of a 2-year-old, baby and so forth. You want to bring us up to speed with that in a few minutes?
Peace be to the ashes of this 2-year-old boy who died gruesomely at the hands of individuals for the sole purpose of amassing financial gains for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And so the Liberia National Police has arrested 6 persons, and those 6 persons today were displayed before the public and the press, as investigation is ongoing in relations to the death of a 2-year-old boy identified as Momo Sa,
okay,
whose body parts, including his right eye, right hand, right leg, and private parts, as well as internal parts, were extracted from the boy with his stomach split in Ziela Town, Bomi County, Dewan District, on the 23rd of January 2022. Police initial report revealed that the mutilated parts of the little child were found in the possession of the deceased victim's grandfather,
mm-hmm,
identified as one Siafa Gray. And others arrested included Momo Gray. Momo Gray is said to be the prime suspect who allegedly executed the killing of the 2-year-old boy.
okay.
And then we also have in our custody Cooper Ross, Sata Wanda, who initiated the financial dealing, Masa Dukle, the mother of the deceased victim, and Omensi Nyan. These individuals are in our custody undergoing investigation. They are going to be duly charged and forwarded to court to account for their actions. We also have a very sad story,
mm-hmm,
that occurred in Magibi County, where a 29-year-old resident of Johnsonville, identified as Patience P, is undergoing investigation in Kakata, Magibi County, for allegedly attempting to sell her stepson, identified as Jacob Kamara,
wow,
7 years old, for the amount of $15,000 United States dollars. According to Patience P, her action is based on her husband's, action of depleting her business money, totaling $10,000 United States dollars, which left her with no option but to sell her stepson for $15,000 United States dollars.
Okay.
She is arrested,
uh-huh,
and under the custody of the Kakata Police Detachment and undergoing investigation.
Mr. Carter, before you proceed, you arrested the lady who attempted selling her boyfriend's son for $15,000 because the boyfriend allegedly squandered her money. Were you able to establish who was the buyer or who were the buyers in the event where there were many?
The investigation is certainly ongoing, and we certainly will establish all of the facts surrounding this investigation. and the public will be duly informed.
In the event of the alleged ritualistic situation in the western part of our country, where those who are currently in your custody, were they able to give you names of those who may have sent them for the operations?
As of yet, they are speaking with investigators, and at the conclusion of this investigation, we'll provide you a full detail of the investigation.
Mr. Carter, thanks for filling us in with the latest with reference to your operations at the Liberian National Police. If there is nothing else, you're
welcome. Thank you so much, Oliver.
Thank you very much. Okay, so he's Moses Carter, the spokesperson of the Liberian National Police. Carter has been updating us on too many issues. So according to him, the U.S. government is being spoken to by the Liberian government. It is a diplomatic connection. They are having some diplomatic arrangement to see whether under our laws, under the U.S. laws, whether somebody can be sent here for trial or we do it the other way around. But in the meantime, those who are allegedly involved with the whole gun situation, those who were based in Liberia were arrested, detained temporarily, and are currently released, temporarily the same way. So in the event where there are probable cause for, wanting them to come back, they will come back. A question as to whether there are measures in place to ensure that they will not run away while the investigation is ongoing. And he just admitted that they are under heavy security surveillance and there is no way they can escape the net of Liberia. And so that's where we are. Sad news from Western Liberia. The other woman go sell her, her boyfriend's son because she said the man spoiled her money, spoiled over $10,000. So she chose to sell the man's son for $15,000, so she would take her $10,000 plus from the money and get $5,000 profit. We want to know who that potential buyer is, because for such a crime to be completed, we will need to know who's the buyer and why would somebody be having money to buy a human being. So those are conversations we want to be having. But thanks to the police, at least this time around in Western Liberia, there are alleged perpetrators who were already arrested, who are currently in the custody of the police. So, have we not seen, anybody being arrested in that situation, it would have become a wide discussion, an open discussion that people could have a lot of speculation. But thank God people are already arrested and they are talking. We just hope that the police will expedite the process cautiously and in line with the law so that we can have a full legal closure to this whole situation. Now, on the guns issue, yes, that is what it is. And the good news is that the U.S. government, and by the way, the United States is the biggest country on the planet. They have the surveillance, the security surveillance, they have everything, the technology, so once they're working with us, I'm just hoping that our team of officials who will be designated to coordinate the affairs between the U.S. government and our own investigators, I hope that team would dedicate their time to serving the Liberian people, because what we need is to have a closure to this matter maybe before we hit the middle part of March. Let boy, the boy guy in America, the boy Baker guy, be made to account for his involvement. What were the reasons behind sending such huge consignment of weapons to the country? We would need to know exactly what he intended doing or what his intentions are. Yeah, so that is what it is. So we'll keep checking up with the Liberian National Police. We'll keep checking up with the joint security so that they will give us sufficient information as to what's unfolding in the Republic of Liberia. So that is it from the police angle, and we will leave it right there. We take this quick break. When we come back, we read you the entire story. We play you voices from an American, news station with reference to Stanton Witherspoon, the man who was on the Spoon Talk show recently. He said 2 minute tabata about the president, and we were like praying to God, waiting for some kind of moment to have those conversations held. But let's take this quick break to be right back.
Sweet kids, I will live. Now for go alone. Sweet kids, I will live. Now for go along. You take it from Peter today, Paul will take it from you tomorrow, Mama. Sweet, living is below, where the rich or poor. Why not pray for a long fellow? They can pray for a long life. As long as they live, the better we grow. How are you, Pharaoh? It can make you heavy. It's just like a brook, a way to capsize. Sweet kids, I will live. Not for go along. You want me can eat it, or a picture can eat it. Kids, I will live. Kids, I will live. Oh, sweet kids, I will live. Not for go along. You take it from me today, or Paul will take it from you tomorrow, Mama. You take it from me right today, oh mother will take it from you tomorrow. In your fuel. What people do to you, you have to cry. I've done enough for one person, it's a matter of time. After it's a lesson, yeah, rather this ahead.
Okay, so welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. So here is it. And let me be very clear with this conversation. And between me and you, like my brother Austin Kawa would normally say, I am ready, prepared, strong enough, well-grounded, for anything. I just mean anything in this year, 2023, we are up and running. So, so let me do this. Just hold on, fellow Liberians, quickly. Just hold on a little bit. Let me do this. Okay. All right. All the minute you're inboxing me, you're stop. You stop. All the minute you're inboxing me, you stop inboxing me. Let me do this quickly. And okay, let me do this exactly. So a few days ago, Stanton Witherspoon, and I'm not gonna edit what he said about the president. Now, not I want to elevate some of the inflammatory comments he made against the president, but I want Liberians to know to what extent these people, under some political arrangement, will go to demean the characters of individuals under this administration. And I'm sounding the way I'm sounding because we need to teach people lessons in this country. We need to do that, especially when people see themselves as saints. All of us in this country got our own shortcomings. Irrespective of what role you play in the society, whether you are a governmental icon or an official of government, or you are a private citizen, all of us have our personal shortcomings. When you take the national conversation from what is supposed to be, when you deviate from the policy issues affecting the country and start to meddle into people's personal lives, into how people see their leisure time or how people choose to use their leisure time, irrespective of whether they're in government or not, when you choose to elevate the conversation from that angle, then it means you've getting rid of the barrier between your own personal life and your public policy opinions. in this situation, that is where, you know, CEO Stanton Weatherspoon, you know, can better see himself. A few days ago, this is what he said about the president. I want you to listen. I want you to listen. Listen to it.
Interrupt you. It's benevolent dictatorship.
Huh?
You know, it's benevolent dictatorship. The issue is that, I'm sorry to interrupt you. This is beneath our culture and tradition.
Okay. The man putting more on the president. This is beneath our culture and tradition. He's saying it is beneath the culture and tradition. So, you know, he said the president behaving in a way that it is beneath, you know, under, you know, our culture and tradition. Listen to him.
Yeah.
Who is advising George Mano we are the president?
He even had the guts to ask who is advising the president. Yeah.
This is beneath. And all you worry about your dressing, the car you drive, the clothes you wear, the shoe you wear, all you worry about, you want to be cool.
Okay. So you listening? You listening to him? Huh? Are you listening?
All you worry about the best chick you're gonna look after.
Okay. You heard how degrading he sounded about the president? I'm playing it so that you understand the length these people can go to say Tabata, you know, about people personal stuff, even if those personal opinions are not factual.
Come on, man. This is disturbing. You go up to talk politics issue. Talk about the bread and butter about the Liberian people. Don't sit there and talk about the clothes you wear, the food you eat, the places you have gone, the women you...
Okay, so you listening to him?
No, bro. No, CEO, leave that one off. Take it out.
Wrong.
Take it out, CEO.
We need to change course. We need, when the president hit the microphone, he should talk about how Liberia will be better, how the children will receive better education, how healthcare system will be best, that he will not...
Okay. So this is where we're going to spend most of the time. This is where we're going to spend most of the time. This man told the president that whenever the president mounts the podium, whenever the president is before a microphone, the Liberian president should be concerned about the health sector of our country. Listen to Weatherspoon himself.
Our healthcare system will be best, that he will not leave the country or send his father minister to receive better education. Our healthcare system will be better, how Liberia will be better, how the children will receive better education. Our healthcare system will be best, that he will not fall. He should talk about how Liberia will be better, how the children will receive better education. Our healthcare system will be best, that he will know how Liberia will be better, how the children will receive better education. Our healthcare system will be best, that he should talk about how Liberia will be better, how the children will receive better education. Our healthcare system will be best, that he will not leave the country.
Okay, so he was telling Liberians, making a statement on his platform, you know, as though the Liberian president is yet to make an intervention in transforming the health sector of our country. This is what Stanton Weatherspoon made his viewers, his followers to believe. This is what Weatherspoon made his people to believe. That the president don't care about the health sector, that the president got no interest in the health sector of our country. The rest of the other petty things he was saying, those were trivialities that I'm not going to be dealing with a lot. But as he was sounding that night, Liberians who are gullible people are people who just believe anything, they just hear anything, they believe it. They don't do fact findings, they don't do their own personal investigation. Just as you say it, they're wrong with it. Weatherspoon went on that night to make Liberians to believe that the president has done nothing in transforming the health sector of our country, which is totally nonsense and out of order. Now, do I need to mention that when the president took over, the first intervention he made was a state-of-the-art military facility for medical purposes for our army people and other citizens around the country at the 14 military hospitals. There are opposition figures who have gone to that hospital for treatment. I'm not going to call their name because it's going to be against confidentiality. Liberians are going there for treatment. The services there are state of the art. Witherspoon is aware of the interventions being made in Bapolu County through the help of the United Arab Emirates government to have had one of the biggest referral hospitals in the Mano River Union built in Bapolu City, Bapolu County, under the auspices of the president's administration. He's aware that over 2,000, nurses were added on the government payroll. These are people who were being paid by international partners. When they left, those nurses had no other, alternative but to go back to the private sector to do their own practices. The government under President Weah had to include them on the payroll to strengthen the public health sector. Do I need to mention the hospital in Granji that has been constructed? Do I need to mention the one that has been that was constructed in Chester City in Riverside County, plus the different medical facilities? In the midst of all of this information Stanton had available to him, he still chose to ignore the fact that the president was directly involved with issues relative to the health of our country, but he blindly went on the radio, on his radio station, that he built perhaps with fundings from this fake medical license cartel that he's a part of. We're going to run into it. But I'm just going to give you the basis for which we are taking him on. Hello? I'm giving you sufficient reasons. We are laying the basis for which we are taking on Stanton. He says stuff about the president, that the president is doing nothing about the health sector. You make such a vague statement, open statement, misguided for that matter, because you have a platform, because you are the CEO. You came with some fraudulent money. You bought several radio stations in the country. You put them together. You claim to have the biggest platform. A platform predominantly occupied by subscribers from the diaspora who are on free internet, and so you consider Facebook viewers to be viewers across the country, which is totally untrue. But howbeit, he was able to sell to them that the president was not focused on the bread and butter issues of the country. Anybody who will listen to Stanton or who listened to Stanton that night will automatically think that he is an angel who just got thrown down from heavens to the earth. That's how you consider him. We're just sitting there analyzing the thing what Stanton said. I had a recording ever since. We're analyzing it. We're just taking time. How do we engage the Stanton man? How do we tell Stanton that instead of sitting in America in Burlington County, New Jersey, and just thinking the president is doing nothing about the health sector when there are records to show, how do we communicate this to him? And so we're like, you know what? Let's leave him. Sometimes people speak out of ignorance, and the best thing you want to do is to ignore them when they are speaking out of total ignorance. So we thought to allow that to slide. Behold, 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 the United States of America, the federal United States of America had a plan. And that plan is exactly what is contained in this media documentary from the United States of America. Let's go to our files and play you the audio. Let's go to our files and play you this audio. Let's do that. Let's go to our files and play you this audio quickly.
That federal agents busted this massive crime ring involving fake nurses. It's getting a lot of play. You've probably seen this trending online this morning. Operation Nightingale, a nod to the founder of modern nursing. Investigators saying that they found 25 suspects and alleged that those criminals were selling fake nursing diplomas for $15,000 a pop. Now there are serious questions about how many patients could have been endangered by this and how long this has been going on. Our Kelsey.
Okay. They show that ordinary people show, that country people show. So when the people speaking a series, sometimes we got to do the interpretation in our colloquy. So I will replay it, and when it reaches a certain point, I'll cut it off. Then I'll explain what in the world we're talking here. The most speaking series. So listen.
that federal agents busted this massive crime ring involving fake nurses. It's getting a lot of play. You've probably seen this trending online this morning.
So federal agents, when they say federal agents, you know, the security people in the United States, they've busted, they uncover, they get to realize, they finish seeing the whole fake cartel, fake operation in Liberia. It's a fake operation of an institution that is in the business of selling fake medical license to individuals who want to practice in the medical sector but don't want to go through the right process, don't want to go through the right channel of training. So for them, all they need to do is to buy their fake license for a little around $15,000 per a license. Now, when you purchase that, it gives you the opportunity to sit for the state board examination. In the United States and even in Liberia, there is a state board test that is always, administered to medical students who will bring all of their certificates from the different medical schools across the country. That state board test is often given, and when you pass the state board test, then it means whatever you've learned from your small school that you went to, it means automatically, you got some fundamental understanding of the nursing field, and the state board test is a validation of what you've learned. But in America, because people are too busy, sometimes people want to use a short way. So Stanton Witherspoon and 24 other individuals in America allegedly got involved, according to this report, and started to sell fake license, to individuals, giving, fake licenses to people around the United States. And a little over 7,000 individuals received fake licenses. That's what they sold. So calculate $15,000 times over 7,000 human beings that they were able to sell fake licenses to. So do the calculation. You know how much money the 25 of them were able to accumulate over the period. Now, when you do the ratio, just know how much money Stanton got from that process. Then you will understand maybe how all the radio stations coming about. I don't know. whether the money come from there or not. But maybe we'll have to understand where those funds are coming from. Listen.
Yale, a nod to the founder of modern nursing. Investigators saying that they found 25 suspects and alleged that those criminals were selling fake nursing diplomas for $15,000 a pop. Now there are serious questions about how many patients could have been endangered by this and how long this has been going on. Our Kelsey Kernstein live outside of a hospital with what she's learned about this nursing scam. Kelsey?
Well, Adrienne, now the question becomes, who's the real nurses? Who's the fake nurses? And how do we find them? Now, according to these legal documents, it's not exactly clear which facilities they work at. But the DOJ appears to have that information, but it has not been made public. This is quite frightening and upsetting. Now, according to those filings, investigators lay out the type of facility and what state. We know that there's 2 nursing facilities that's listed in Texas. There's one in Ohio, but that is all we know as far as these legal documents go. Now, investigators say that 3 accredited nursing schools in South Florida, they sold nearly 8,000 fake nursing degrees. Well, then these participants, they were able to take the National Nursing Board exam and then get a real nursing job as an RN, a licensed nursing practitioner, and a vocational nurse.
There's a likelihood that certainly there's individuals that are working. What I want to make sure that your viewers know is that at no point in time have we learned of or have we uncovered any patient harm stemming from these individuals purportedly practicing right in the healthcare space. A good number of them had a level of medical training.
Okay. So I don't want to go into the entire media documentary here. What I want to do is to read you the entire report from the justice.gov website in the United States. This is what it is. So I'm going to the middle where our man Witherspoon is mentioned. Now, the reason why we are doing it is because Professor Jones Dopo told us that sweet cassava leaf is not for better go alone. He won't make it eat it. Better go can chop it and so forth. So that's why we're running into this conversation. So it says, they allege selling and purchasing of nursing diplomas and transcripts to willing but unqualified individuals is a crime that potentially endangers the health and safety of patients and insults the honorable profession of nursing, said Special Agent in Charge Omar Perez Ayaba of the Department of Health and Human Services, the Office of Inspector General, HSS /OIG, in coordination. In coordination with our law enforcement partners, the HSS OIG continues to aggressively investigate bad actors who so brazenly disregard the well-being of others in order to enrich themselves. I want you to listen. It says, in coordination with our law enforcement partners, they continue to aggressively investigate bad actors. It didn't say good actors, though. It said bad actors, terrible actors, wicked actors, bad actors. Go ahead. So it said bad actors who so brazenly disregard the well-being of others. To look at somebody who is not a qualified individual to have is a license for nursing and give them nursing license. And perhaps that person will go to set the state board test. Maybe they read through Google, for 2 nights before the state board test, and they were able to memorize something somewhere, somehow. They make a pass, or in the test hall, they spy from real, nursing students and make some grades. To allow those kind of people to go and practice in the health sector is a serious risk. You are endangering the safety of others. It's like giving somebody who can ride bicycle, the person never sit down in car before to sit behind the car steering. It's like looking at that person and giving them driver license. And the man tell the driver license, I mean, anywhere you can go to, when you show a driver license, they can get in car, he can jump inside, and whether he go on the road to hit other people or to kill himself or kill a lot of people, you don't care. All you care about is to sell fake driver license to him. If he go and start jumping in people to waterside, that's not your business. In this situation, Spoon TV, Spoon FM CEO Stanton Witherspoon is involved with a team of others in selling fake licenses to people for $15,000 each. The guy said in this write-up, in continuation of our law enforcement partners, in coordination, I beg your pardon, with our law enforcement partners, the HHS OIG continues to aggressively investigate bad actors who so brazenly disregard the well-being of others in order to enrich themselves fraudulently. They didn't say legally, they say fraudulently. True criminal conspiracy. True fraudulent means fraud. That 419. The colloquial for fraud is 419. The dictionary version of 419, that fraud. Is to fraudulently. So charges related to fraudulent nursing diplomas and transcript from the Siena College. The U.S. versus Witherspoon et al. Case number 236005, Sierra Smith. Right? So Witherspoon's case number is 236005. That's his case number. It is the U.S. government versus Witherspoon. So his issue is with the U.S. government. And anybody carrying a coat, now he won't be coming arresting. It is between he and the U.S. government. Now let's know exactly what is in this charge sheet for Stanton Witherspoon. It says the charging documents described Siena College as a Broward County school licensed by the Florida Commission for Independent Education and the Florida Board of Nursing that offers a practical nursing program and a registered nurse to Bachelor's of Science in Nursing program, respectively. Eugene Sano managed Siena College. The indictment charges defendants Stanton Witherspoon of Burlington County, New Jersey, Alfred Selou of Burlington County, New Jersey, and Renee Barnadell of Westchester County, New Jersey, with conspiring to commit and committing wire fraud. With conspiring to commit and committing wire fraud. Selou and Barnadell solicited and recruited individuals who sought nursing credentials to gain employment as a registered nurse and LPN and VN. It is alleged that these defendants arranged with Sano, who managed Shannon College and is charged by information with wire fraud conspiracy to create and distribute false and fraudulent diplomas and transcripts. These fake documents represented that the aspiring registered nurse and LPN / VN candidates had attended Siena College nursing program in Broward County and completed the necessary courses and clinical to obtain RN or LPN or VN diplomas. In fact, the aspiring nurses never completed the necessary courses and clinicals. The information against Sano alleged that he and others sold thousands of fake Siena College nursing diplomas and education transcript to nursing applicants who used them to obtain RN, LPN, VN licenses, and so forth in various states and nursing jobs with unwitting healthcare providers throughout the country. This is what it is. Now let's go into the Witherspoon files. Let's go into the Witherspoon files. Let's go there. Let's go into the Witherspoon. This is an individual who said the president doesn't care about healthcare, but he's aligning, and I'm quoting the U.S. government. He's aligning with other individuals to give people who do not have the requisite credentials, to give them license to practice medicine. You're giving people license to go and kill people, because if those who are going to have those license, whatever given to them, those who will be given the different licenses and so forth, and they will start to perform their clinical stuff, on patients. Do you know what could happen in the event where, you got those half-baked medical people go to perform surgery and other stuff? You could be risking a lot of people. You could be causing a lot of health complication. You probably get involved with these kind of terrible fraudulent acts, but you turn around the next morning, you can't ask the president to be concerned about the health sector. Oh, you wanted the health sector to be giving fake nursing document to people in the country? That's why you wanted to do for which you're putting more on the president? Is that what you wanted to do? Is that what you wanted to do? Now let's look at this. Case number 236-0005. I want you to listen. Stanton Witherspoon, Alfred Selou, and Renee Barnadell are the defendants. Indictment. The grand jury charges. The grand jury charges that the general allegation is that at all times relevant to the indictment. Requirements to become a registered nurse or licensed practical nurse. So the requirements are here. And it says the scheme of artifice, the use of wires, and it says on or about this set forth below, in the Southern District of Florida and elsewhere, the defendants are specified below. For the purpose of executing the above described scheme and artifice to defraud, that knowingly, they knowingly, and I'm mistaken about this, the report is saying they knowingly transmit and cause to be transmitted by means of wire communication in interstate and foreign commerce, setting writings, signs, signals, pictures, and sounds as described below. Number 2, defendant Stanton Witherspoon and Alfred Selou approved it on the 2nd of the 6th month 2019. Description of wire transmission. Email via interstate wire from co-conspirator number 2 to Stanton Witherspoon, Alfred Selou, and co-conspirator number 1 in the Southern District of Florida, discussing student travel schedule for out of state to travel to Florida for 3 days of clinicals. Number 3, I beg your pardon, Stanton Witherspoon. On the 10th month, let's say in the 10th month, on the 28th in 2019. So that is about the 10th month. The 10th month should be August. So August 28, 2019, there was a text message via interstate wires from Stanton Witherspoon to co-conspirator number 1 in the Southern District of Florida, containing a photograph of an official transcript for nursing applicant PO listing a date of birth, a graduation date of 0520, which is January, February, March, April 5 to April 20, 2019, and course completion for years 2015, 2016. Number 4, Stanton Witherspoon. On April 22, 2020, there was a text message via interstate wires from Stanton Witherspoon to co-conspirator number 1 in the Southern District of Florida, discussing issuance of transcript and Witherspoon ownership of Siena College. Now, on the 7th month, which is July, on July 26th, our Independence Day, Stanton Witherspoon was still doing business in America. On July 26th, there was a text message via interstate. July 26, 2020, a text message via interstate wires from co-conspirator number 1 in the Southern District of Florida to Stanton Witherspoon, discussing Stanton Witherspoon sending information for co-conspirator number 1 to process 33 nursing applicants. Number 7. On the 17th of the 8th month. The 8th month should be, the 7th month is July, the 8th month is August. No, the 6th month is June. 7th July, 8th month August, yeah. Forget it. August, come here. Now August, you're funny. The 8th month, they posted the 8th month on the 17th, 2020. There was a text message. It says, via interstate wires from co-conspirator number 1 in the Southern District of Florida to Rennie Bernardell, discussing following up with students after collecting their money. Number 8, Stanton Witherspoon on the 2nd of the 9th month, 2020. Text message via interstate wire from co-conspirator number 1 in the Southern District of Florida to Stanton Witherspoon, discussing endorsement, school transcript, and order collection of money from nursing applicants. Number 9, Rennie Bernardell. So Rennie Bernardell, now our issue. Rennie Bernardell, go do your own discussion. Now our issue with you, Rennie Bernardell. So we don't have that stuff with you. Yeah, so it went on to say, we're still reading though. Don't worry. We're still reading here. Okay, so defendants and related individuals and entities. So number 6, Siena Education Center Limited was a Florida limited liability company, and its principal address is 7491 Oakland Park Boulevard, Suite 100, Lauderhill, Florida. Siena Education Center was the registered agent and manager of Siena College of Health Limited. Yeah, so you got it. So it went on to say the Nursing Education Resource Center was a Delaware limited liability company located on 102 Lash Avenue, suite number 203, Newport, Delaware, the United States. And number 9, defendant Stanton Witherspoon, a resident of Burlington County, New Jersey, was the founder and president of the of the Nursing Education Resource Center, NERC. Witherspoon entered into an agreement with co-conspirator number 1 in or around November 2018 to become a 50% owner of CNN Education Center Limited and CNN College collectively. CNN. Oh my God. I'm saying CNN, but people can call it Sienna. So just so you know. So let me go back to our main issue. It said Defendant Stanton Witherspoon, a resident of Burlington County, New Jersey, was the founder and president of the NERC, and that stands for the Nursing Education Resource Center. And Witherspoon entered into an agreement with co-conspirator number 1 in or around November 2018 to become a 50% shareholder in the Siena Education Center Limited and Siena College, collectively Siena. You see me suffering myself to read all of these things? This man went to the extent of going into an arrangement to have 50% ownership. That is what the report is saying. I'm quoting the report. I'm saying my own thing. There is a report here. But he says to you and myself on the radio that the president, when the president take picture, it means the president concerned about his clothes and wearing. The president take picture. The president come in your car, the president take picture. You know, people take the president picture, the picture all over the place. Stanton is saying that is being careless. Stanton is saying that is being heartless. Stanton is saying that is not looking after the health sector of the country. Just to find means to rub more on the president, he chose to go after the health sector to present a situation as though the president is doing little or nothing towards revamping the health sector of our country. That's what he said. This Stanton is aware that it is under the administration of this president that Liberia can boast of the first dialysis center at the John F. Kennedy Memorial Hospital since the inception of this country. Dialysis center. The machines are there. Go to JFK, you find it. There are several other emergency wards and different modernization projects that we saw going on at the JFK under this administration. So to even go to the length of discrediting the president's medical, intervention since he took over this country was a disservice to his standard himself. Why was he acting like he cares for humanity so much when he is giving licenses to people who should not even be in the hospital practicing clinical services? Why should he do that? And he was sounding on the radio as though he was just sent to Liberia by Angel Michael or Angel Gabriel to come and preach equity. Behold, the hands are dirty and muddy and bloody with fraudulent money. And you come, you said Tabata and Fitijaya about the president, how the president is not interacting, he's not doing anything in the health sector, the president is concerned about the clothing wearing. Come on, what's about that? Oh, becoming a president, so if I wear clothes, I should get issue. Oh, because I got president. So if I wear clothes, if my clothes frown on me, I shouldn't say my clothes frown on me. That's nonsense. Before he became president, he was a citizen. He got blood in him. He's a human. He got emotions. They make him feel himself. Beyond that, the man a crewman. You expect crewman not to bluff? Something happening to you, Stanton? Then him, something wrong with you? That is the whole conversation. That is what it is. And you allow personal hate because what you are displaying on that day to say the president will not care about the car he drives and this, that's when somebody is showing personal hatred towards you or somebody is envious of your life you're living, they question your cars you drive, they question the house you live in, they question the kind of clothes you wear. Once they start to question what kind of personal effects regarding you, it shows that they are validating their personal hate they've been developing within themselves. That is the outcome of an envious malice they've been keeping for time immemorial. So you sit on your platform a few days ago and you spew out those gibberish and tabata with confidence. We sit in this place today, you come here, you're selling fake licenses. Imagine if the Ministry of Transport in America or other places, whatever place, if you just look at everybody randomly, people without knowledge in driving and whatever, and just give them licenses to go operate. Imagine that thing happening. People don't have the time to go and complete their nursing courses. They don't have the time to complete. So what they did was to clean their BM money quietly. So they open a school, And Stanton went into an arrangement in 2018 to own 50% of the school. To own it 50%. So all of the money they were making on Stanton all by himself got 50%. I can say this is Spoon FM is a product of fraudulent money. Or you want to identify the product of our radio station own the money, go find it. You bring the argument, we'll go in the argument. You want to identify the product or anything, will go in the argument. But for now, I can safely say to you that Spoon Communication is a product of fake medical licenses. Got it, man, own 50%. You're damaging people's medical sector. You're not even scared. You go look at countries like America where things are so technically in place. You brew through the people's system. Such an individual is always in Liberia, vocally heard around the country in the corridors of intellectualism. He's filling the airwaves with too many information and presenting himself as a saint. Imagine a country like America with all of the sophistication. This man was able to criminally maneuver in beating the people's system to have given licenses to people who do not meet the criteria of owning licenses. Imagine such an individual holding on to senior governmental position in the country. He will sell Liberia. I said the man will sell Liberia. A country like America, where if you're walking on the road, you are careful how to proceed because there are cameras everywhere. The security is up and running. Everything is okay. If this man could go to the length of maneuvering and getting involved with other people, linking with other people to get people, receiving fake licenses. America, what's wrong with that? You go in that kind of system and think about Liberia. Think about finding such an individual and giving them a lucrative governmental position in this country. You sell the whole country. But those are people who making Liberians to believe that George Weah and his administration, that total mess. These are people who are making people to believe that nothing is happening in this country and they are the best people to solve the problems. That's why every freaking night, even tonight, maybe if he's not already in handcuffs, he's going to come up tonight to say nonsense. I'm saying maybe if the handcuffs are not on his hand by this minute as we're speaking, he could come tonight to make it appear like he's one of the best people to transform this country. That's how they keep pushing it. People have been sponsored by forces of elites who believe in themselves that the current system in power should not be in power. And that's the reason why sometimes ago he called me and said he won't buy the radio station for $200,000+ US. I see why he was so brave. Oh yeah, I see why he was so arrogant financially to have placed a call to Samsung and say, "I want to buy Freedom FM." Do you know what that is? He sent people to Brussels when Omen Samsung was on his European visit. He sent people to Brussels to go and interact with the Pape and say, "Pape, I want to buy the station." No wonder, because when you sell one fake license at 15,000, so when you rack fake licenses to about 15 students. 15 times 15, just know the calculation. So he was well prepared to buy Freedom Radio. The intent was to operate, keep making people to believe, that nothing is going on in the country, that you are the best. You represent the best group of people who want to bring change to this country, and you are the Mr. Clean. And behold, you came to this country with fraudulent money, products of fake transaction. That's what you're involved with. And you sat down on the radio, you tell the president they're concerned about the kind of clothing you wear, and this and that. He must be concerned about you. What kind of nonsense am I going to talk? President concerned about you then? The president doesn't struggle over lifestyle. Oh, you tell the president will be concerned with men? No, assuming that nonsense you're talking at you now. Let have the conversation. Assuming that nonsense you're talking at you, the president will be concerned with men. Maybe president will be concerned with men. The president concerned about you. We want hurting you. The president concerned about you. Is everyone really hurting you or come on? But that's not the issue, right? The issue at hand is the fact that you were preaching equity, reminding the president of transforming the health sector of Liberia when you are busy destroying the health sector of Great America. Any old man listen to that show that night, the old man would definitely say, oh, my people, let's get Senator Witherspoon chance to be in the government. Or let's listen to Senator Witherspoon to tell who will be president, so we'll vote for the president. Behold, you're going to be bringing one of your conspirators to be president of this country so that y'all rock the whole country. That's what I wanted to do. That's what you are pushing. That's what you are pushing. And you sit there, you know, and everybody say, oh, you're fighting the man. While Labrimpo, too wicked, something bad happened to the man. And people celebrating. No. When a Liberian man is out there flying the colors of our country with pride and dignity, we will hail him, we will preach him, we will celebrate him or her, we will champion their cause, we will celebrate them, we will blow a trumpet around the world and celebrate them for lifting the flag of our country high. But when you take the image of our country to the mud, when you degrade our character, when you demean our image and reputation as a country, do you know what it means? Do you know that when you do something wrong outside there, you subject the Liberian passport to scrutiny? Do you know that? And you say we must celebrate, or we should be in empathy, we should be crying, oh, we sorry, this sorry for, let me God bless, let God take care, let God, no. They want it, got God in it. God hate stealing, God hate fraudulent attitude, God ain't left 419. You think God a BM? You think God a BM? You say, oh, you just be wishing for God to do. That's pure BS. You don't say that to me. I don't subscribe to it. Oh, my man. Oh, y'all leave the man on Facebook now. They make a real decision. One day you work there. Come on. Forget that team. Forget that nonsense. Forget that team. Begin. Forget that team. Forget that team. Find everything to talk. Forget it. Oh, why are you celebrating? We are not celebrating. We are only explaining what the American people say. They said, man, fake document why you get sick. That's what we're doing. Nothing. We just explaining what the American people say. We must sit there and be crying. Would you do that? Oh, the man at Labrador was stand where that Labrador tell you to go do fake thing. Oh, the man brought the money here and invested. No, don't bring fake money to invest in our country. Because that's your personal investment. That's your personal money you're making. Yes, you may have employed one or two persons, but the greater damage you've done to the country's image is beyond the one or two persons you've given jobs. Because if there are skepticism in the different workplaces globally, mind you, people are when these kind of cases are up, when the suspects are found, when those who are culpable are arrested and arraigned before court and verdicts handed down in the event where they are guilty, people run for their nationality to know who are those involved with such crimes, who are the individuals who are guilty as charged. When they start to process individuals and they go across and they see a Liberian is involved, people start to become skeptical. So one Liberian man from Grange there, or Nima from Sinai, Maryland, he's struggling there in Delaware County. He's struggling there somewhere in New Jersey, in Pennsylvania. He want to do a job. The employer will look at him and see a nationality as a Liberian and say, that man I can say fake, when employ the man to my place, he'll be saying the chicken feed cartoon, he'll be giving fake document. That could put a dent on the country's image. The one or two jobs you are giving from your illegal money you brought to the country, will not be strong enough to commensurate with the level of danger you place the country in. So on the general scale, for the common good of the country, it's good that every well-meaning Liberian who is so much interested in wanting the country to move forward to frown at people who get involved with fraudulent acts. Don't go see people go do the BMT, they catch them, they come and say, well, our prayers with you. No, that other nonsense, I will not accept it. That is nonsense you can do when somebody dies today, even if you never you used to like the person, you go to the person's funeral, hey, he was a good man. Who are you lying to? What kind of nonsense is that? The man were alive, you even wanted the man to die. The man were alive, you go to the funeral, then you want to pretend, oh, she was good, oh, yeah, that nonsense you on. You're not being honest, you're a coward. You don't say your mind. In these kind of situations, the country's image is the best. You go do your BMT, they arrest you, you say, high quality, let be with the man. No, forget it. That man walking on the road in America, somebody slapping or somebody chopping or calling, they injuring, I'll say, hey, God, please help me in this and that. I want something, that number thing. Yeah, that one to wrong him. But now where you go, You take people who are supposed to be carpenters, people who are supposed to be janitors, people who are supposed to be doing MCC way in America. You take them and you put them in medical clothes to go treat people, to go kill other people cheering mistakenly because they are not well trained. You go do that thing, they catch you, then you say, I'm going to feel sorry for you. The people who may have gotten medical complications from those unqualified individuals who got licenses from your institution. Have you been able to contact the family to make amends for the technical damages you may have caused to their families? We got to be serious in this country. One who preaches equity, one who always want to come and say, hey, hello, the best thing to do in the country, no. When you come to preach equity in this country, when you are preaching equity in this country, you should preach equity with clean hands. Simple. That's why I said in my Facebook post today that the pastor should not go to ghetto to go smoke weed. He should go to ghetto, go there to evangelize. Hello? If the pastor should go to a ghetto, go there and tell the beginners, when I go, y'all smoke, but y'all color the letter. Tell them about God, how God looking, how God want people to change. You finish, you pray with them, you leave. But when the pastor goes and say, more one low for me, and you say, you pop, move, when fighting open, the bust your eye as pastor, you're not pastor. You go preach equity, your hand clean. You put him on the president the whole day about this and that, and the president ain't doing nothing in the health sector when you're killing people down there indirectly in America because you are so desperate to acquire wealth and you are selling fake license to people. Somebody telling me 50 jar, they say I was in talk, you do crack. You're nothing, a nonsense, That nonsense, and I'm not gonna subscribe to that. I got good friends who work with him. I got good friends who work with Spoon TV, Spoon FM. I got good friends who work there. James Goodeflomo is my buddy. We're not that close, but we have it ongoing. If he's offended by what I'm doing, no issue. I don't care about that. But his bossman is not bigger than Liberia. His bossman is not bigger than this country. In fact, anybody who is really concerned about this country should join the fight for retaining the country's image. When you travel outside there, the least thing you want to avoid is for one of your fellow nationals to do something terrible. The effect of those crimes are not transferable, but it is possible that person's attitude could have a dent on your chances of making it big. You sit down, you can't talk, 50 jai in the country, and you think we're what they call. We're taking our quick break. When we come back, at time for you to call. We're taking our quick break. Professor Jones Dopo is the one taking us to break on today. When we come back, we take your calls.
Why not pray for a long time? You can pray for a long life. As long as you live, the better we grow. How are you, Pharaoh? It can make you heavy. It's just like a brook, the way to capsize. Sweet, kids our liver. Not for go along. You might be can eat it, or a picture can eat it. Kids our liver, sweet kids our liver. Not for go along. You take it from me there today, or Paul will take it from you tomorrow, Mama. You check it from me right today, oh mother will check it from you tomorrow. Papa, Papa, may your fuel. What people do to you, you fail to cry. Had enough for one person, it's a matter of time. After me, it's a lesson, yeah, but this I had. Sweet kids, our liver, not for go alone, Mama. Human being can eat it, the deer can eat it. Good our hero.
Okay, that's what it is. The program is Freedom Hub on 87.9. My name is KOK. When you say it, say it clear. Say that KOK say. If you're in Burlington County, New Jersey, just so you know, I not go there. I don't go to that place. My man Moses Dennis was able to prepare pepper soup. Rice and pepper soup. The rice had red oil on it.
Why not pray for long?
In the end, I drank Ball Light beer. I hope to go back to Burlington County. My man Moses Dennis. He treated me to a very, very wonderful dinner that day. Yeah. So that's in the Burlington County. Put it there. That's in Burlington County, in New Jersey. Call us on 086-500-104. 086-500-104, 0776-104-104 to be a part of the conversation. The other Liberian musician called Jazino, he features Mendika, they call it one further inside. Jazino. Further inside.
I need someone to make me happy, someone to keep me smiling.
Okay.
To chop my money. She know give it to me, oh yeah. Money away from me, oh yeah. Give me my money.
So the man for it may put him on Joe further inside.
She know give it to me, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
For me, oh yeah.
This 2023 we are battle ready.
I think we get to me, oh yeah.
Further inside.
I need someone to come and dance for me.
Okay, we leave it right there. The numbers are already up and running. Let's take the first caller. Go ahead. What's your name? Where do you join us from? No time.
Good evening, KOK.
Good evening, Chief.
This is Gus Helvin. Let me say good evening to all kids of Nigeria who are in tune to see me.
Go ahead, Gus.
Just like the songwriter put it, he has fallen inside. You know, I listened to him on the show the other night, and he questioned the president's how you got it true intent towards this country. He had what else say.
Oh yeah.
And you know, little did he know that his whole closet was filled with skeletons in different sizes, shapes, and colors that could just or be exposed to the public anytime. Then he was called, he got a fraud and he got it or malfeasance or the people. And these are the kind of people who want to take other people's capital and question people around here.
Okay.
Like you said, everything was clean.
Oh yeah.
You know that he is
Thank you. Yeah, for inside is the song. Thank you very much. We leave you right there. It says 500-104, 776-104-104 are the numbers to join. Are the numbers to join the conversation here on 87.9. One of my viewers say I'm gonna leave it very small. Anyway, I'll leave. Hello, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, we don't Gonganu. Okay. We don't Gonganu calling from Pakopin.
Gonganu from Pakopin. Go ahead, Gonganu.
Yeah, you know, the late Peter Barra that used to be on the comedian show in Lagos before you know how to sing. Say, when you always looking in a hole and you yourself fall down in a hole, looking in hole benefit for you. That parable, you know, you have to be careful with God's anointed. Somebody that is chosen by God. Do not always go after that person, leave that person with God. It is God that knows that person. But this guy, he had to learn. If that guy is brave, Satan is brave, he go and in a society of sophistication. And he carry 419 there.
Thank you.
Oh yes, okay, it's exciting.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's go to the international caller. This person, what's your name? Where do you join us from, sir? Hello? Oh my God. Let's take this other person. Go ahead. Let's hear you, sir. 1 minute. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. You are live. Call on the international line. Let's hear you quickly.
Happy New Year, KO. Thompson Ferguson, calling from Minnesota.
Okay, from Minnesota, go ahead.
Put a Liberian about from over there. My high in that place. I don't know the team the Liberia belongs to them, or it was a mistake for His Excellency to become president of our great nation. I don't know who in charge to get election to radio station or TV station. It is not time for them to close the spoon because election coming. They'll put the thing where the boss may have getting fake information. They could get fake news that will create chaos. All Spoon FM people that they are criminal. I say so.
No,
it's true. Thank you for the time, brother.
Thank you. We leave you right there. Let's take this other person. Go ahead quickly. Let's hear you.
Hello, okay.
Go ahead, Chief. Let's hear you. 1 minute.
Okay.
Go ahead. We are hearing you loud and clear. Let's hear you.
Okay. My name is Cyrus, calling from Asia.
Okay.
Actually, this ground, Waterspoon Committee and others. Okay, that is crime is a cyber crime, and within a cyber crime, we got a forensic investigators. The forensic investigators, these are the people now investigating all of the devices being using, like a laptop, his phone. They will investigate, and then all the data they are being transferred or information that are being transferred to that will be investigated, and then get the evidence of that, send them to court for investigation, and then within America, the state alone, that is 20 years, and because of federal state, which is the federal crimes, which is the entire United States. So that assume after investigation has been done, it is 40 years imprisonment because one, the state reform and the United States government which is the executive branch, because it's a federal crimes that they are committed.
Okay.
So you and then actually this crime is a serious crime within cyber law. There's a serious crimes within cyber law.
Okay.
Thanks, KOK.
Thank you very much. We leave you right there. Let's take this other international caller. What is your name and where do you join us from? It's not easy. Call on the international line. It is your time. Go ahead. Let's hear you. Okay. I think the internet is fluctuating. Let's take this Liberian caller. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much. Okay. I'm George Emmanuel Dwayne. I joined the conversation from Dole community.
Your background is noisy.
I said I'm George Emmanuel Dwayne. I joined the conversation from Dole community. You getting me now?
Go ahead, Josh. Quickly.
Yeah. Thank you very much for the topic on discussion. Let us start making this to look at is a bad thing, or maybe that's something to be sad. The man is involved into criminal act. So we have to see him. We like doing the same way people are shouting, say, oh, send him. We too have to exclude ourselves from it and make the people understand that character has been Waterspoon is not a character of a good like citizen. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We leave you. We take the international caller. Go ahead, sir. What's your name? Where you join us from? Hello?
Hello, okay.
Don't listen to your radio. Listen to the phone when you call. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, let me turn it down. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay, sorry. My name is Lucy. Yeah, okay. Thank you for the discussion. And I just want to say to the Liberian people that just what you were saying. Those that come with those that preach equity should come with clean hands.
Oh yeah.
But you know, okay. There is an indication to the Liberian people, like just what we always say. Now everything you see glitter, you say it's gold. The same thing that most of our brothers take from Liberia, even when it comes to the education. Some of these guys, when they were even in school in Liberia, they used to buy grade from the teacher because they were not performing. And they were not wanting to take the time to be able to go do their homework or study. But they had the audacity to be able to like get teachers $100, $75. Then some of our poor people children are in the schools that maybe could score 75 and can't reach that mark to be able to bribe teacher to get passing marks. We were suffering. And that is a clear example to the young people of Liberia that young person, it doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter your life status today, but you should be able to stand up for good things.
And because anything that you do on this earth, okay, the reflection goes to our country. Like us here in America, whatever bad thing we do here, the reflection goes right directly on our country. It doesn't matter whether we like President we are or not, but any negative thing that we put out here, the reflection goes on the country, like that's what you say. So it should be an indication to young people in Liberia that think that maybe we in America, everything is roses and everything is 100%. No, it is not.
Okay.
So it should just be an example to young people to be able to do the right thing so that they can be able to help themselves and help our country. Thank you, KOK.
Thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. Let's take more of the calls here on 87.9. One person. This one. Hello.
Yeah, KOK, how you doing, Baba?
We're great, ma'am.
Yeah, that is the general member sitting on the land people development. KOK, I think I want you to call me. Oh, I want to sing one song for that criminal called water. That you are going.
Go ahead.
Sing one song for him. One job, one more. Well, thank you for blessing President Weah.
General.
Thank you, God, for blessing our great people. The one is not telling our great people, say they know.
Female general.
They behind water who can see, zero. They're criminal. What say you bring car for people there? You hear children that you teaching them, they are all criminals. You were here a lot last time when they catch the children and say, some of them rape and they took money from that man. And now they caught them in her act. Nobody have bunch of row in putting no children. So that man will not leave there. We hear the case final result, bro. Thank you.
We'll leave you right there, female general Man CC. We'll leave you right there, Man CC. Let's keep taking more of the calls here. This other person, go ahead. 1 minute. Let's hear you, sir.
No, but listen, you're not focusing on the orange lamp.
My man, you already on the line. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me be bold. My name is Marco Bala, calling from Jiboro.
Go ahead, Marco.
Anything that God says, it will happen. That what will happen. The best winning, and I constant winning, this is one I'm calling on the government. That is see all the radio stations, because these are the money that the best winning, that is kind of attitude that the Kazel were in. We're going to die, today, in a room. So that is take all that radio station and that the money that then you could say that criminal money, that means the criminal.
We'll leave you right there, my brother. Thank you very much. Let's take this international caller. Go ahead, sir. Let's hear you.
Thank you. Okay. This is John Wanga calling from Connecticut.
Connecticut, the United States. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, so this is the thing. This whole case got two sides.
Mm-hmm.
And we should not take our attention from on the other side.
Okay.
The other side is the ANC people.
Okay.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Just to show how tolerant our president is. Stanton Witherspoon bashed our president. He said all kinds of negative things. The radio station, his property still running in Liberia.
Oh, yeah.
Stanton Witherspoon got on ANC leader. And you know what happened in America here? All the ANC advocates start to call State Department, start to call FBI, and start to talk about Stanton Witherspoon fraudulent activity here. And look what happened. Boom. You understand? So anytime things happening to Liberians in the diaspora, ANC are capable of doing all kinds of evil things. But I'm not saying it's good what Stanton did, but I'm trying to tell you too that ANC, Alexander Kumi, he came to America and boom, and an indictment came on Stanton Witherspoon.
Okay, so no problem, my brother.
Alexander Kumi is doing everything possible to make this election come in favor, and it's not going to happen. Stanton Witherspoon also, he's trying to say in the land. And that's the two-way street I want you to look at this whole thing.
Okay, no problem.
And today in America, on the social media, all the ANC people are rejoicing because of Stanton. He did a bad thing. He did bad. He blasted the president. That was bad. He did what he did. That was bad. But I'm saying the ANC people are rejoicing because they have accomplished what they have accomplished.
But my dear brother John, when we're coming up, one guy, he's a global guy, my kinsman, and that was just favorite English line that he will always say. When people who are in the same team fighting amongst themselves, they make it say, my man, let them bloody fellow each and every other. You got that?
You're right. I just brought it also like
no, I agree. So my childhood uncle used to say, let them bloody fellow each and every other. That's the Grable interpretation. Yeah, let them bloody fellow each and other order. That's correct. Thank you very much. We leave you. We take this local caller. Oh my God, because everything that resembles cell phone in the studio is currently ringing. So y'all gotta wait. This person. Hello, 1 minute.
Hello, okay.
Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, this is my Orito Do, the president friend, name of the response team.
1 minute, ma'am.
Okay, I want to tell you thank you. Okay, that man they call Witherspoon. They man, you know, mean business. They man, you know, on the idea when you're trying to dig on somebody. Especially the person that came to resurrect people, and you want to pick honor them. They kind of disgrace that God can put on you yourself. You can't get over it. That means that you just see a disgrace person we are, but God bring the higher disgrace for him. So when I school, even go Simon County, you conquer man. Even in your jealous, in your play, when you come up on someone. Settlement. You never do nothing there. But as where you keep the poor muscle, now you bring it silly money. I want to tell Librarian people, all the Librarian imagine that all that coming, some of them coming to wrong, some of them bringing the silly money to come fully to myself. At the end of the day, so they want to steal goods. So I want to tell my Social District 12, that men are coming without having money to fool your again. That Johnny can call it.
We leave you right there. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We leave you. We take this person quickly. 1 minute, no time.
Yeah, how you doing? This is Eddie P from Chicken Party. Remember the respondent defending.
45 minutes.
Yeah. You know, the other time they got on a radio, he was only waiting for the president report to damage his president. He said the president went and promised people all they run. Look at the national Madrid issue, how they got flagged on a radio station. Today, look at what he led to. Serious corruption against it. You see what you do? You see what you do to yourself with a spoon? At the end of the day, you sit on your show only the president. What kind of show every day you criticize the president? Even the president do good, you see it, you criticize. Look at what you do now. I pray God that you must find guilty and go to 60 years in prison. ADP, you from MTA, you myself.
Okay.
You myself from MTA. I will always pray God to now I will start praying God that I should find guilty. It should be sure education again, so you must go to jail. So you must take away. People paying horses around you, put them on government officials, say they stealing people money. Why you are the bureau, then people fake degree in America, you call it that all. Why you force that all?
Thank you. We leave you right there, my brother. Let's take the other person. 1 minute, no time.
Hello.
Go ahead, sir. Let's hear you.
Yeah, my name is Isaac Wuzin. I'm joining you from Togo, Commission of KOK.
1 minute, quickly, no time.
Yeah, you know, there's a saying that say those who preach equity should come with clean hands. But this man has been using his platform to chastise our common figure in our president, which of course that he is not doing the right thing in America, like giving the money. So he needs to on our platform to discipline our common figure in our president. So to me, my best thing in placing that bro that this man in work is, I think is Roger Center is one of the places that he will be fit to work at.
We leave you right there. Thank you. Let's leave you and take. Oh my God, everything that resembles telephone is ringing. This person, 1 minute. Go ahead. Let's hear you. Hello. Hello.
That he start to liberate himself, like Cassell. So I pray for him.
Right there. Let's take this other one. Hello, go ahead.
Hello, KOK.
Let's hear you.
This is Edward City, who been trying to get to you all the time. But what happened is that Weatherspoon father did that thing to Omen Tonman.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, that hereditary.
Weatherspoon father took the data into Ulmeton. He took the man to court, to UN court. And the Liberian people got together and they brought the man back to have the matter resolved in our home here. The same thing, usually song. What a cat eat and what a cat song can eat. So Weatherspoon will find the consequences of duping people. So thank you for the information.
Thank you very much, Pat Edwards. We leave you right there, Pops. Let's take this other person on the line. Oh my God, there is this person who keeps calling, and by the time we try to answer, he's off. Let's take this one. Go ahead, 1 minute. Let's hear you. Hello? Hello? No, we cannot continue on this note. Let's take this other person.
Hello?
Go ahead, sir. Let's hear you.
Hello?
Hello, let's hear you.
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead, sir. What's your name? Where you join us from?
Yes, sir. I'm calling you from the great state of Georgia, man.
Georgia.
Thank you, man. Last time we met in DC, I even invited you. I think you should come with me to Georgia someday.
Okay.
Man, thank you for the show. I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see you back here. But anyway, my brother, about the whole
you won't give me license?
Girl.
You won't give me license too?
No. God forbid, give me one-way ticket.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
What I was trying to say, so last time I was at home and my girl called me, she said, I've seen a video and my friend went to this school. I said, what? She said, my friend went to this school, this video they're talking about. So I tried to make some inquiry on it. When I saw, finally when I saw this video, I saw Mr. Gilman or something. And then I went to check. The girlfriend called and said, oh, but I've seen this man school that we went to. I paid $15,000 and we went to school for 2 weeks and they gave her the study. I mean, they gave her the answer for all the questions that were coming for the state board for the part of nursing school. But after I paid my $15,000, we went to do the study for 2 weeks and they gave her all the answer for the questions that were coming for the nursing test. And I had a pass. I'm worried right now. I don't know what to do.
Wow.
So this is real, bro. This is big fraud. I'm giving you that information. She's here right now. She don't know what to do.
Thank you very much. Let's keep watching.
Yeah.
Let's take this other international caller. What is your name and where do you join us from, sir? Go ahead.
Hello,
sir. Go ahead. Let's hear you, Chief.
Yes, okay.
Let's hear you.
Can you hear me?
We're hearing you. We're hearing you.
Rodney from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Rodney Peabody. I didn't go to Charlotte. Go ahead. Let's
I
hear
just
you.
want to say, and I'm mad at you. But you need to come.
I know.
So just for the joke. Yeah, just for the joke, Spoon is gonna be on fire tonight.
Oh yeah.
I will watch Spoon for the first time in history. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm watching for the first time to know whether they are going to call. Listen, I've never been happy for somebody doing, for them taking somebody to prison than today. I'm so grateful. Thank you, my brother. God bless Liberia.
We leave you right there and take this other person. Go ahead, sir. Let's hear you. Go ahead, sir. Let's hear you quickly. Hello. Oh, no. We cannot get this person. Let's take this one. Hello. Go ahead. We're out of time.
Hello.
Go ahead, sir. What's your name? Where you join us from?
Hello?
Your network is bad. Go ahead.
Maybe. I'm Samuel. I do join you from the UAE.
Samuel from the UAE. Go ahead. Are you from Dubai? Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, the big festival Dubai. Okay. Firstly, I will say thank you. For the information given back to our people. And I just want to read one scripture from the Bible for that guy. First Timothy chapter 6 verse 10. He says, "For the love of money is the root of all evil."
Okay.
Which was some converted after. They are erred from the faith and pierced themselves through many sorrows. So all these guys, they just wonder why, call chaos for our country. But tell God, thank you, God expose them because they love money and they love God too much. That's why, they are running after evil things. And this sorrow coming to him, nobody should feel sorry for him. And he feel sorry for himself. It's not time for people to feel sorry for him.
Okay.
When he was doing it, nobody. So,
I pray that God help him, but that's a rare decision.
Thank you very much, my brother. We leave you right there. Look, we're sorry. The time is fast spent. We don't have the luxury of time to keep taking a lot of the calls on 87. But my name is Kai, and I'm here. I'm not going to listen to Spoon FM tonight. I really don't listen anyway. But y'all will listen. Y'all let me know. Anybody say you say one statement and mention my name there, begin you take trouble. We do radio battle in the country. But again, we're good, and we're going to be taking a break for the week. By Monday, we return on this platform to continue to do a lot of what we know how to do best on this platform. This was done by Jazino. He calls this one fall down inside. Fall down inside. But let's squeeze the last caller. This person, 1 minute.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Those are saying we should feel sorry for him. They're just joking. Because he didn't know it. He know what he was doing. He know what he was involved with.
Okay.
And now he has caught up with him. So we just tell God, because this God is God, I can't sleep. Whatever goes around comes around. They were mocking the president. Now that's his time. Thank you so much.
We leave you right there. Let's leave and go home to have our let's take our weekend break. This is from Jazino, and like I said, it is called Fall Down Inside. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
She know give it to me, oh yeah. Money away from me, oh yeah. Finish in my money, oh yeah. I think we get to me, oh yeah. She know give it to me, oh yeah. Money away from me, oh yeah. Finish in my money, oh yeah. I think we get to me, oh yeah. What